Men who cannot get girls are terrible friends. If there's one key indicator that you want to look for when determining if you want to bring someone into your network, if you want them to be a long-term friend who you can actually trust, it should be how competent they are with women. And this is so important, and it's actually a bigger point than just their ability to sleep with them or get one girl. It's about who they are as an individual, because if a guy can't get with girls, there's probably something fundamentally wrong with him in some way, shape, or form, which we're going to dive into later, the different aspects that are lacking that are going to end up bringing you down as a result. Or it's that he's going to snake you for a girl because he doesn't have any abundance himself and he can't get it. So if he has the opportunity to, through your connections, because you're good with girls, then he's going to take that from you. So that is really the two biggest things. And we're going to be diving into these a little more. I'm going to tell you some personal stories. But one thing that you need to do is you need to be building your value as a man. If you want to make high value connections with guys, you need to have value to bring to the table yourself. And one of the best things you can do to improve in this life and even get the hottest girls is going to be have a circle of winners. And like I said, you're only going to be in a circle of winners if you're a winner yourself. And it all starts with building your value. And that's why I built you the High Value Man Guide. This is going to help you across the board develop your value and be someone that girls want, guys respect, and overall just be the best version of yourself. So that's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below. So now I want to break down why it's actually so important to have friends who are competent with girls and why it's such a big deal if they aren't. See, if a guy can't get girls, there's something wrong, because 99% of men live for women. They do everything they do so they can sleep with beautiful women, so they can attract a wife and have a family. That's the main driver of men, is women. And if a guy can't get with girls, there's something fundamentally wrong in a couple key areas, which we're going to dive into in a second. You're going to understand why it's such a big detriment to you to be surrounding yourself with someone like that, because you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if you're surrounding yourself with someone who doesn't have good character traits that's going to allow him to attract women, because in the end of the day, women are the ultimate reflection. It shows your level in life, really. That's what it all comes down to. It shows your degree of success across the board. And if someone's a loser in any one category or multiple categories and you're surrounding yourself with them, imagine what that's going to do to you. It's only going to bring you down. And there's so many things that change when you have friends who have abundance. I'll give you an example. 5 weeks ago, I was spending the weekend with my boy in the city to the north of the one that I was living to. And I had one of the craziest weekends of abundance ever. And there was a time when on the second night, I met a girl at the pregame we went to, and it was only 12:30, and she was texting me, "Please come back to my place." She was literally saying, "Please come back. You're so handsome. Please come back." And it's very tempting, but we were waiting in line to get into the club, and I was going to go with my boy. He didn't have anything lined up yet. And I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm not going to leave my boy to go sleep with this girl when it's 12:30. She can wait till 2. If she really wants it, she can wait till 2. But if a guy doesn't have that level of abundance, he's going to run all over that. He's going to leave your ass in the club alone. And it's not really a big deal, like for me personally, but it's just a different mindset. Someone who has abundance with girls is going to be completely different. They're going to be so much of a better friend. They're going to prioritize their masculine friendships, which in the end of the day are more important than girls, 110%. And the guy who doesn't have that abundance with girls, who's got that scarcity mindset, he'll leave you for a girl, like in that example. If the guy had scarcity mindset, he would have left. If you don't have that sort of abundance, it just changes everything about you as a friend and kind of how you interact with guys. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten around guys who were competent with girls. They weren't amazing, but they weren't scared. They weren't bitches. And I was like, bro, we're going to be talking to every single girl tonight. And they look at me and they're like, are we really? And I'm like, yes, we are. And then we'll just be going and talking to every girl. And I bring out the energy in them. And they're like, holy shit, Seb, you're making me into an animal. I'm talking to every single girl. This is crazy. And then they end up sleeping with one that night. And they're like, holy shit, I didn't even know this was possible. And they start acting that way more on their own as well. And I kind of just bring them up. So as long as a guy's not fearful, as long as he's not scared to talk to girls, as long as he's not really an issue, that's kind of the thing that you want to avoid. So there's there's flexibility with it. Now, I'm not saying if a guy doesn't have 5 girls around his arms, you can't be friends with him. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm just saying if a guy has some serious issues with girls, it's a problem because there's something fundamentally wrong, or he'll also snake you for a girl when he gets the opportunity to take one off you or get that little in that he otherwise wouldn't have had if he was just self-reliant. So what are the areas that guys are going to be lacking in that's going to bring you down? The first one is going to be physicality. If they are overweight, if they got a scraggy beard or they don't take care of their face and their haircut sucks and they smell and their style isn't good and no girls want to be around them, why would you want to be around that guy? You don't want that because he's not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. All my friends who are at least competent with girls, they're at least giving me good advice. They're saying, oh, bro, you should improve this with your style. You should try this. You should try that. You know what I mean? And then when we're out, the girls want to be around them. If I go and approach girls with any of my friends, they're all guys that the girl want to talk to. There's no one who the girls are like, get away. I don't want to talk to that one guy because he's weird. And, maybe this guy's okay, but that one's weird. You don't want that sort of energy around. You want to be around killers, guys who are about it, who are only going to bring you up and have more success because that's really the key. Iron sharpens iron. The next thing, which is the most important, honestly, of course the physicality is important, but more important than anything else is really the mentality. Because mentality is where everything leaks out. If a guy is scared to talk to girls, it's going to rub off on you. He's going to be like, no, I don't want to go talk to girls, or nah, bro, I don't feel like it, or there's some bullshit, or he's just too scared to even go out, or I don't even know. But I can give you an example. So a guy who I was hanging around, I saw some girls, kind of to set the setting. It was this big festival, and it was the morning, and everyone's starting to drink. So he was drinking, but he wasn't drunk enough. And I don't really care how drunk I am to go and talk to a girl. Of course, it's nice, but I do this shit sober. And when I was like, oh shit, there's some girls over there, let's go talk to them. He's like, no, I'm not drunk enough. I'm like, bro, what does it matter? Just let's go say hi. He's like, no. And then we're talking for a little bit. He's like, just wait. And I'm sitting here waiting for him. And then after 5 minutes, I was like, fuck this, bro. I don't fucking want to just wait around for this dude who is too scared to go talk to girls if he doesn't have enough drinks. It's the little things that bring you down. If you're around that long enough, now you're going to be starting to think, oh, well, I do kind of need enough drinks to go and talk to You're fucking lame, bro. Fuck that. No, I only want to be around killers. So I was like, all right, fuck this dude. I'm going to talk to that girl myself. And I'm not hanging around him for the rest of the day. I'm going to go do my own thing. And I did. And that's the thing, it's self-reliance. I don't need anybody. If you're not going to be about it, I'll fucking leave your ass behind and go do that shit myself. And I succeed, guaranteed. So that's the next thing, is the mentality. If you're around guys who are feeding you limiting beliefs, who are telling you you're not good enough, who are saying that they're not good enough, it's just that negativity. You don't fucking want that shit in your life. You don't want that shit in your life. I had that shit in my life when I was 18. My friend group and I, we all struggled to get girls, and we would just kind of feed off this negativity off each other without really knowing what we were doing. We were a little bit fucking clueless about everything. And we would just be saying this shit and wondering why we didn't get girls, and it was just all just lame loser bullshit. If you joined that circle, you'd probably not have success with girls. But you join the circles that I've built and I'm a part of now, and you're gonna just things just kind of work out for you. That's just how it is. So really keep in mind that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if you're spending time with lames, it's gonna rub off on you. And it's only going to bring you down. And there's also the risk that a dude who can't get girls is going to snake you for a girl. So that's why they're kind of terrible friends. Because all the friends that I have, I see as someone who is a long-term potential in my network. Because I'm building a network. That's me personally. Everyone has a key place in my network. If I don't see you having a place in my network, you're just a friend for the night or someone I might see once or twice at the club. But the guys who I really take the time to develop true friendships with and bring them into my circle and provide value to are guys who are killers. And if you're not about it, I'm not going to be doing that for you. And you don't need to be anything too extraordinary. As long as you have potential, and I'm a really good judge of potential, I'll do that, and I'll FaceTime you. Even like the dudes who I don't even get to see, who live far away, I stay in contact with on Instagram. We'll FaceTime every once in a while, check up on them. How are they doing? And you need any help with anything? Those are the friends that you want. These are the type of friends that the guys who get girls are. That's the whole point of it, is the best friends are the ones who are winners in life, and the winners in life get girls. That's the whole point of this. So if you're not that guy, you need to start getting yourself to that point, developing yourself across the board, building your value so you can get in these circles, and you'll see how much your life is going to change as a result of it. So if you're working on building your value, grab the High Value Man Guide. It's completely for free. It's going to massively help you in your journey, and be the guy that girls want and guys respect, which is absolutely the cheat code to life. So it's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below. You can grab that now.